Make America smart again. Imagine walking into your favorite store and discovering that almost every purchase you make has a secret surcharge. That's what tariffs are. A hidden tax on imported goods, masquerading as protection for domestic industries. Just like a sales tax discreetly added to your receipt, tariffs force importers to pay up, only to pass the cost on to you. Politicians might tell you they're teaching China a lesson. But here's the kicker. China isn't paying for that lesson. You are. So next time you're shopping for imported goodies, remember this. Tariffs aren't punishing other countries. They're punishing your wallet. Picture this. A regular family walks into the grocery store armed with a list and a tight budget. But now milk, eggs, cereal, heck, even peanut butter cost noticeably more. Why? Tariffs. These sneaky little taxes on imported goods quietly raise prices on the everyday stuff we all buy. And when prices surge across the board, families are left making painful trade-offs. That weekend trip? Gone. Steak night? Replaced by beans? Tariffs are consumption taxes on foreign goods. So who ends up footing the bill? Spoiler alert. It's not the billionaire yacht club, it's us. And here's the kicker. Who spends the highest percentage of their income on basic goods? Ding, ding, ding. It's regular folks like you and me. Once again, it's everyday people unknowingly subsidizing the system, while the ultra-rich get to sit back and watch their tax burdens shrink. Let's be real. First world economies aren't powered by smokestacks and steel-toed boots anymore. Nope. The modern engine is running on services, not screwdrivers. Why go through the drama of building factories, managing unions, and dealing with grease when you can make billions with a laptop and a whiteboard? Finance, healthcare, IT, legal services, these are the new rock stars of the economy. Think of it this way. It's like choosing between baking bread at home or running a Michelin star restaurant. One makes your house smell nice. The other charges $75 for foam on a plate. Guess which one brings in the big bucks? Developed countries figured it out. Stop trying to manufacture everything and instead specialize in high-value, high-tech stuff, like semiconductors, pharmaceuticals, aerospace tech, things that are too complicated for mass-market copycats. Instead of making 10 million t-shirts, you make one tiny microchip and charge the price of a car for it. Meanwhile, the mass production of basic goods, yeah, that gets outsourced to countries where labor is cheaper and regulations are looser. It's global economic delegation. Like saying, hey, you do the hard stuff. We'll handle the smart stuff. It's efficient, it's strategic, and if you're lucky, you never have to touch a wrench again. The US dollar isn't just money. It's the rock star of global currencies. Everybody wants it. It's always center stage, and it never goes out of style. Thanks to international trade, countries need dollars like teenagers need Wi-Fi to buy and sell stuff, pay off debts, and keep their economic lights on. But here's the plot twist. The world's obsession with the dollar actually keeps it strong. Other countries stash dollars like it's the financial version of gold bars under the mattress. That's their way of saying, don't worry, America. We trust you to keep the party going. And that trust? It keeps borrowing costs low for Uncle Sam. He can max out the national credit card and barely feel a thing. No sweating, no collectors, just a global shrug and another round of borrowing. But, and it's a big but, if the dollar ever got kicked off the global playlist, if it stopped being the star and turned into a washed-up one-hit wonder, oof, the economic hangover would be real. Borrowing would get expensive, inflation could spike, and America would be left at the after-party, holding a sad balloon and a cold plate of nachos. So yeah, world trade isn't just nice for the dollar. It's the reason it still gets invited to all the VIP global events. Imagine a sneaky little thief silently rummaging through your wallet every time you shop. But instead of taking your money, he just makes everything more expensive. That's tariffs. They slap higher prices on imported goods and the raw materials used in stuff made here. And what happens next? Boom! Cost push inflation. Suddenly your car costs more, your fridge is fancy pricey, and your favorite snacks start feeling like luxury items. It's like your dollar's on a diet, shrinking by the day, but without any of the health benefits. Tariffs don't just stay home. They go globe-trotting, causing chaos across the world economy. Slap a duty on Chinese goods, and it's like tossing a wrench into a global assembly line. Suddenly, supply chains freak out, trade volumes shrink, and companies start sourcing parts like they're on a scavenger hunt. Imagine global trade as a smooth, 6-lane highway. Then someone builds a giant toll booth in the middle and charges double during rush hour. Now you've got gridlock, detours, and a whole lot of honking. Welcome to the wonderful world of tariff traffic jams. When one country slaps on tariffs, the others don't just shrug and say, "Well played." Nope. They strike back like it's a global tennis match, with flaming rackets. That's what happened in the US-China trade war. Tariffs led to more tariffs, which led to even more tariffs. It was less of a trade policy and more like two angry toddlers in a sandbox, throwing economic sand in each other's eyes. Farmers, caught in the middle, wondering why soybeans are now an international weapon. Manufacturers, whiplash by price hikes and canceled contracts. It's a never-ending loop of, "Oh yeah? Take that." Like a game of tariff ping pong, except each serve smashes another sector of the economy. And guess who ends up paying for all the broken paddles? Yup, us. Tariffs might sound like a patriotic power move. Protect our industries. But in reality, they often give innovation a swift kick in the kneecaps. When foreign competition is blocked, domestic companies get a little too cozy. Without rivals breathing down their necks, there's no pressure to cut costs, improve quality, or come up with the next big thing. It's like entering a race where you're the only runner. Sure, you'll win, but you'll also be walking in flip-flops, sipping a latte, and calling it cardio. In the long run, this laziness leads to stagnation. Industries fall behind, resources get wasted, and when global trends shift, they're left blinking like deer in economic headlights. In the long run, tariffs are like trying to win a marathon in flip-flops. Technically possible, but you're not setting any records. They prop up industries that may not be competitive to begin with, pulling money and resources away from sectors that actually could thrive. It's like forcing a country to grow pineapples in Alaska. Sure, you might get something eventually, but at what cost? Over time, these distortions snowball into trade deficits, weaker currency, and sluggish growth. The economy keeps moving, but it's like driving with the parking brake on. Loud, inefficient, and embarrassing at international summits.